Welcome back. John Van Limbeek joining us on the show on this Wednesday afternoon. Shoveling this morning?
Shoveling this morning.
Yeah. Good. It wakes you up. It gets you started.
It does get you started.
I'm just tired of this routine after 3 months, right?
It'll be another couple weeks, maybe.
Hopefully just a week. I don't know. I just...
It was fun.
See how it goes.
No.
Fun?
Fun?
No, that's
Fun?
not the right word.
No, yes. That's right.
We're talking today about net worth tracking. Does that mean finding out how much you're worth?
In essence, yes. I mean,
So this could be good news, or it could be quite depressing, depending on your situation.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right. It is what it is.
Yes.
But tracking that on an annual basis is really a good thing. Whether you do it, your accountant does it, your planner does it, someone should do it in relation to helping you get down a path and making some goals around what that looks like. You'll need it for. Your your estate plan, maybe it's for talking about the will with the lawyer and stuff like that too, right?
So I take it this has more to do with just getting your T4 in the mail and seeing what you've made?
There's more to it. Yeah,
okay.
Your net worth really is just what you own less everything you owe at the highest level, right? So you can be very detailed about it, but for the most part, you just got to keep it consistent. I don't worry about jewelry or small personal assets, just worry about the larger ones.
Yes.
Knowing that full well there's other stuff in there, but in essence, if you had to sell everything tomorrow, what would it be? And pay off all your debt, what would you be worth, right? Because out of that flows into discussions with the lawyer for estate planning. Taxes maybe a little bit, but more from an estate plan. How much are you going to leave for the kids, the charity, any other organizations, kind of thing like that. But it really gives you an idea of where you were, and makes, again, at the highest level, helps you progress down that life's path, right?
Yes.
It's not always going to go up. It will vary year by year, depending on what type of business you own or don't own, or rental property and stuff like that. But at least it gives you a really, really high picture of where you were when you're 20 and where you are when you're 50, for example.
Yes.
Right?
We have a graphic. I'm sure we could go to that as well. Let's talk about this. Yeah,
and it really, that's as simple as it is. Under the assets and liabilities column, that's where you basically start putting in your what you have, your bank accounts, your investments, your rental properties, your business and stuff like that. Under liabilities, anything that you owe in regards to those assets. And really that's where it comes down to, and you just simply track it. It's like I said there, it's a dashboard of what you're worth at a point in time.
Yes.
That's all it is.
And if you're tracking it now, you can align yourself to be in a better place if you need to be in 10 years, because every year you're working your way towards that goal. Absolutely,
exactly. And not necessarily will you have a goal for that number. You might if you get right into the detail of it, for sure. Big part of that is your house too. Right, so a lot of people you don't use your house for your financial or your retirement assets, but nonetheless, it gives you an idea what your net worth is, and you start breaking it down to say, okay, what's my retirement asset looks like? Because again, fits all back to what we said before. You need the goals. You need the goals to drive the income. You need the the income for your retirement, and it all does fit together.
Yep.
It's just piecemealed a little bit when we're talking on TV kind of thing.
And it doesn't have to take very long, right? A couple of hours?
No, that should be very simple.
Oh,
honestly,
good.
It should make, depending on how complicated your situation is, and its individual situation or family situation, the simpler it is, the more chance that people are going to do it.
Yes.
Right, and continue to do it, for sure.
Yes.
So you're for the most part, you're talking maybe 15 lines on one and maybe 15 lines on the other. You don't want it complicated.
Right.
And you don't need an exact number. You just have to pick a date, and I usually use for the end of December because everybody sends you statements at the end of December.
Yes.
And you just want a rough number.
Yeah.
House, what do you use for your house? Well, it doesn't really matter. Use the BC assessments, for example.
Yeah.
Right or wrong, it's just a number that is somewhat consistent over time, right?
Yeah, and then just stick with it every year.
And stick with it every year, and keep that every year. Keep it in a folder where you update it all the time, and you'll be interesting looking back, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm sure.
For 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, where you were when you're 20 or 25, and where you are now when you're 45 or 50.
Yeah.
And it could be scary, and it could be not scary.
But the point is to make it less scary all the time,
Make it less scary,
right?
exactly, yeah.
All right, John Van Limbeek, thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Abbott Wealth Management, if you have any questions for them, the website is on the screen, abbottwealth.com, as well as the email address 372-3736 if you would like to give them a quick shout on the phone. We're back after a quick break. Stay with us.